morning everybody, and welcome back to my very messy flat. I am super excited to be filming this video today because I'm super excited for the month ahead. And the month ahead, everybody, is Everyday May, which is something that I picked up from Alana Davison, who does Everyday May, in which she posts a video every single day in May, which is pretty self-explanatory, but a challenge that I wanted to take on as well. So today will be the first video that you're seeing in Everyday May. I am completely unprepared. Tomorrow, I mean, you'll be seeing it on the 1st of May. Today's the 30th of April, so I haven't pre-planned any videos, so it's going to be spur of the moment, and you're going to be completely updated in my life throughout the month of May. So I thought I'd just sit down and chat with you guys while I kind of threw on some makeup and explain to you my plans for the month and some video ideas and what it's going to entail. So if you'd like to see the makeup look that I create and what my plans are for the month, then just keep on watching. Okay, zoom. Okay, I've already got my eyebrows on and my primer on. I used the Ordinary High Adherence Silicone Primer, which is like literally almost finished, which I'm chuffed about. I'm just going to start by putting a base highlight of the Makeup Revolution Liquid Highlighter in Liquid Champagne on the high points of my face, and then kind of going in with my foundation, which is this bad boy, which I speak about all the time. So I kind of wasn't really taking YouTube very seriously this time last year, but I do remember watching a lot of people posting about Everyday May, and especially the YouTubers that I loved. It was just such a treat to be able to get new content from them every day. And obviously, as I mentioned before, Alana Davison is like the main inspiration for me. And like, it's not just boring makeup tutorials every day, but like tours and recipes and daily vlogs, and there's just such like a awesome way of creating new content, and like you're forced to almost get really creative about the process. And I'm generally not the most dedicated and committed and hardworking person. So many people like just strive of hard work, and like they create their own success by the amazing amount of work they put into what they do. I enjoy lying on the couch and doing nothing, to put it lightly. I go through phases where I feel like motivated to create content, and phases where I can't think of anything worse. And I find by picking up challenges like Everyday May, I actually did previously in August last year, I did a challenge called Around the Clock August, which is kind of something I created, where I also attempted to do a video every day in August, and I failed quite dismally. In all honesty, I struggled to keep up with the workload. I was performing full-time at that current stage of my life, so that was a bit of a disaster, and I thought this would be a chance to redeem myself and kind of like use it as a month-long marketing plan. So just to really put in the hard graft and, you know, create opportunities for myself at the same time. I love that glow that the highlighter from underneath is providing. I'm just going to quickly go in with some of my concealer. All of my products will be linked down below, and I'm going to set that with my Maybelline Matte and Poreless powder. Anyway, so in upcoming news, I'm working with a company called Beauty Bulletin, and through them I am going to be working and reviewing a new bio oil product, which I'm super excited to try out because we all know bio oil and how amazing that is. And this is a new dry skin gel that is specifically designed for dry to very dry skin, which is me in a nutshell. I struggle with dry skin, so I'm super excited to try that out. It's going to be like a month-long trial in which I'll be keeping you updated as to how it goes and how I'm feeling that it's going. So I'm super excited about that. Also, I have kind of got a new job in terms of filling in the gap in between shows. I'm going to be training at like a local bar that's like right by my flat, which is super convenient, because I can walk there and I can walk home and stuff, and I do need like extra income in between shows. So excited to put that into action. I've gotten to the point in my life now where it's all good and well performing, but then there are times in between shows where I do nothing and I kind of go, well, I'll stick it out and I'll make it financially until the next one. But at this stage, that's like semi-impossible most of the time, especially when it comes down to like a longer gap in between shows. So I did definitely need to pick up something to kind of fill the void in between. But besides that, I do have Grahamstown coming up, so we'll be leaving at the end of June and we'll be gone for about 2 weeks, and I'll be performing 2 shows there. I'm going to do Beige, which you've probably heard me talk about a lot, and the other one that I'm going to be doing there is called You Should Be Dancing, and I've never performed that show before, but I'm taking a place of one of the other girls who was originally in the show who can't go up to Grahamstown. So it's really amazing because I'll be doing 2 shows, which means 2 shows a day for almost 2 weeks, which is super fun. Absolutely love going away with my theater friends, but it is a lot of hard work. I mean, everyone thinks it's all fun and games and super glam, but Grahamstown is cold as ice. Like literally, quite literally, like the weather is shite. And it's also like a hard graft. I mean, you've got to work flipping hard to get any recognition there, but can't wait. I did actually only recently put out a vlog of our experience last year in Grahamstown, so I'll link that down below in the description box if you want to check that out. And I obviously will be vlogging this coming trip as well. Just putting bronzer all over my face and just running it across my eyes as well to kind of give it a crease color, because I'm not doing anything cray today. But anyway, getting back to everyday May, I'm going to be house sitting for the next 3 days in the lakes. So I kind of have like 3 days of spare time to just be able to kind of like do a lot of work in terms of pre-recording, because obviously with everyday May is some days you don't get to film, some days you're busy, you can't do it, and you kind of have to pre-record and make sure you have scheduled videos and make sure your content isn't getting too boring. So it's a lot of like pre-prep work. So I'm going to spend the next kind of 3 days while I'm house sitting kind of getting ahead of the work that I need to be able to, because I know that now once I pick up this new job, time's going to become like a little bit more tight. I'm going to have as much free time to kind of pre-film and plan and dedicate as much of my time to vlogging and Instagramming and filming as I'd like. It's just kind of expected. I mean, I'm not by any means a full-time influencer. I do not make any money off of it. So to be able to dedicate as much time as I'd like to this in itself is really difficult. I've obviously got to put myself first in terms of survival. So hence why I have to pick up other jobs and kind of not dedicate too much of my time to this. But I do love it and it'll always be around. And I'm hoping that Everyday May is going to be a great success. I've only got 52 followers at the moment, or around there somewhere. I'm hoping by the end of the month that I can increase it to 100. Initially, my goal for the whole year was to get 100 followers. And it's amazing that I think Katie Jane Hughes, I kind of recreated a look of hers and tagged on Instagram, and she reposted it, and I got an amazing amount of recognition through that and gained quite a few subscribers. And now I'm like, well, let me just up my goal, because I was trying to stay humble in terms of the amount of followers I gained, and now I'm like, flip, if you work hard and you put yourself out there, it's actually not as hard as you think. It just takes a lot of work, as does everything else. Work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard. Anyway, seeing as I've got to do 31 videos in the next 31 days, I'm very open to suggestions and recommendations. I have one planned already. My friend Savannah asked for like a contouring tutorial, which I'm totally gonna do, because contouring for me is so different to other people's interpretation of contouring. Like it's become such a like a generic style that people just kind of go through the motions without considering what suits their facial features best, if that makes sense. So that's like a great video suggestion that I'm definitely going to be doing throughout May sometime. I'm also keen to get stuck into some challenges. I want to do the makeup in alphabetical order challenge. I don't know if you guys have seen, but there's that challenge going around where it's called like the tiny hand challenge. They have like tiny little hands. They're like this big. I'm trying to make them look smaller. It's not working. No. Okay, so that took me 10 minutes. Literally, I've been filming for 10 minutes to do my eyes and my face. But to make it all pop, I'm going to do a red lip. I'm just going to use the Rimmel Stay Matte Liquid Lip Color in Firestarter. I feel like I've literally been filming for like no time at all, and that makeup took me like no time at all, but I felt like I have been speaking for the last 45 minutes. I think it's because my speaking speed is like off the charts. In fact, I'd be surprised if you understood anything I said, because I know I speak fast, I do. But anyway, this was just kind of like a small introductory video for Everyday May, and I'm hoping that they will get a little bit more impressive, I mean video content wise, as we go along. So subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you can get notified every time I upload a video, which is every day. And leave me some comments and suggestions down below as to what videos or challenges you'd like to see. I'm also keen to try and do some makeup on some friends and family, so if you're a friend, let me know. I want to play on your face with makeup, and I will see you guys in the next video. No, I'll see you guys tomorrow.